see, Thursday evening out here in the garden. Hello and welcome back to So Love. It's a Thursday evening. I'm out here in the garden just checking on things. I might do like just some little weed pulling, checking on the progress of some seeds we planted, but just kind of a general walkthrough. Let me know in the comments how many times a week you walk through your garden, or how many times a day if you have the luxury, especially of working from home. For me, this is like a just kind of a nice way to kind of end the day. If I could come out in the morning, I definitely would. It's just something so refreshing about being out here in the garden. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see how things are going. Looks like these are maybe some cucumbers. I have a lot of cucumbers coming up out here in the garden. Seeds that I didn't plant, so I know I think I have like raccoons or something. I know squirrels for sure. So I wonder if those are from the little predators, not predators, but the pests I had last year. This is a new potato I put in the ground, or in this grow bag, earlier this week. I'm just trying to scratch around, see if there are any potatoes coming up. Just curious. So I'll leave it alone. Carrots we planted. I think I'll pull one, just see how they look. Let's see what that one looks like. Ooh, look at that. That's a nice one. In another video, I said these were Danvers carrots, but they're actually, I think they're called Tender Sweet. I found a label in here somewhere. There they are. Let's see. Hope that's for the pak choi. Seeds I'm gonna save from this plant right here. There's a label in here somewhere. I think they're Tender Sweet though. Saving these. This is not sure how you say it. Chihimisai. But I want to save those seeds as well. It's kind of related to bok choy. Let's pull one more. Oh, that's a big one. Big one. That one fooled me. Alright, let's see what this one looks like. So, good time to harvest carrots when you start to see the shoulders popping out the ground. That one right there. Alright, that's another short one. Pretty good though. Not bad. I've gotten so much better at growing carrots. I'll also give you an update on The carrots we started under the brick. I removed the bricks from those actually yesterday. Here's one. So there, I just showed this in another video. So you you water the soil, sprinkle your seed, and then you cover it with a brick, board, or plastic bag. Once you lift the brick or whatever you cover it with and start to see germination, that's when you remove it and you allow them to continue growing. I really need to put this trellis up. I haven't had much time out here in the garden this week to do much maintenance, other than just walk around. So that'll be for a weekend activity. Those are the little lizards I was talking about that I have, seems like an abundance of. These carrot tops, they're so fragrant. Let me know in the comments what y'all do with your carrot tops. I know I have started freezing them to use as like an herb. They taste a lot like parsley. There's a couple strawberries that are almost ready. I have to remember to come back out tomorrow to get those. Removing this one, it looks like it's gone bad. But I've made pesto with carrot tops before, which is really, really good. But also, I just will save it and freeze it and use it instead of parsley. So let me know in the comments. I'm just curious to see what other people do with their carrot tops. These are a lot of sunflowers coming up my daughter planted in random places in this bed. I still have a lot of seeds I want to plant. I really should have come out here with a handful of seeds to pop some in the ground. But I did get to water yesterday before I had to go and do my kids' activities. So today I get to walk around a little bit and see what's going on. I can actually do another harvest of these greens that are going to seed. Make some more green powder before they get pulled out and the beds get officially planted. This is that spot where we planted that tromboncino squash that from Save Seed. So I'm curious to see how the germination rate is on that. Starting another little herb tower here. That's just oregano and marjoram. I actually use marjoram to make an Italian herb blend, which I really like the smell of marjoram. All right, let's see. These carrots yesterday didn't have as much germination. Yeah. So you see all the little seed, I guess the roots. putting up. Yeah, there you go. So this one's definitely ready to come on off. That's what you're looking for right there. I can actually go ahead and take this one off as well. And I think I'm gonna leave this one down for another day or so, which is surprising that these germinated faster than that one. But either way, it's good news. I did a harvest of the green onion, or the onion tops, to make a batch of green powder. It's like the best thing. If y'all do that, you'll never buy onion powder again. I put leek tops in there, garlic tops in there, and it's just the best flavor. I was checking to see, I planted some more burdock root along the center of this bed, just checking to see if that was starting to come up, and it's not just yet. See if we have any more strawberries that are ready. And blueberries. This plant gets loaded every year. The other ones, this one right next to it does pretty good. This one, I probably should have fertilized this year. Last year I got some fruit, but not as much as those other two that are right next to it. This is the new plum tree, which has a few plums on it. Okay, well, see, they've been falling off, which that was kind of funny. So I wasn't expecting to get much fruit, or even, there's like one down there, because it's in its first year. So that's fine. There's some on the ground around there. Some of the flowers I sowed, and some of these are starting to come up as well. This apple tree gets aphids. So every day that I come out here, I'll come around and check, and they're the furry white aphids. And this is kind of like the remnants of what they've done. So when I see them, I'll just come out with my finger and just smush them. If I have the water on, I'll come out like this right here. Looks like a remnant of it. I'll come out with the water hose if I have that on and just spray it. So I'm just checking the leaves. And this is the newer apple tree here, which again, I'm not really expecting fruit necessarily from it, though it does have some blooms. I'm more so now just checking for the aphids, which there's some right there. And these are the regular green ones, so I'll just smush those since I don't have any water right now. And this is also the importance of checking on your garden every day, lifting up the leaves, especially as we get into the hot months, a lot of times when the leaves are curled like that, that's a sign of aphids. So I might just come out with a water hose and spray these. Looks like it's kind of loaded. But as I was saying, as we get into the hot months, and if you live in the South with the squash vine borer or squash bugs, you definitely want to come out and just check your plants each day for signs of pest pressure. So that way you can do an early intervention as opposed to some more of the little, I think these are, yeah, those are zinnias from Save Seed coming up. The thornless raspberry looks like it might be budding a little bit. Some small little buds there. What I do want to do is walk around the back here to see if we have any strawberries coming up in those file cabinet beds. I planted some more of the tromboncino here and over there just over the weekend, and nothing is coming up just yet. Throw this down into the woods. I have the grapevines planted outside the garden bed, and I have these T-posts here that I'm planning on adding some wire to allow them to do what they do. So actually I really need to do that soon. This one actually is trying to climb onto my little fence over there. But that's good. They are leafing out and doing good. I was concerned they might not get much sun. It looks like they might be fine. Now down here in this little wooded area, the blackberry plants that I planted, there's one right there. There's one smaller one next to it. And I think there's a third one down there, and a wild onion got down there some kind of way. But because blackberries tend to take over, I figured they kind of need their own area. And nothing's really planted down here. Honestly, it's just a bunch of weeds. We had some trees taken down. So I'm okay with the blackberries taking over that area, and then we can get, you know, some more food. So this is where all the grow bags. Ooh. This is where I put all the grow bags. I also was experimenting last year, which I'm going to do again. Like going down this hill, planting some sweet potatoes, so that way they can just vine and go down that hill area. I got a small harvest. I really need to build the soil up a little bit more, and I'm gonna try again. All right, so here are the strawberry plants. I really need to get a stick because I don't want to put my hand down in there. So this bed I started last year. I don't see anything red. I see a bunch of strawberry flowers, but nothing red just yet. But I did start this bed and this one last year. There's a video out on how I did it. I definitely need to add more soil because it has settled a lot. When I did the bed, it was like way up here. So that settled quite a bit. I put leaves in the bottom. I didn't put any logs in there. But so that'll be something that I'll work on after the strawberry season, closer to the fall. These are Jerusalem artichokes all in here, and that's just soil from when we moved the bags a little bit. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bags on the outside of the garden with Jerusalem artichokes in them. And these, like I said, get really, really tall, really, really pretty. The root is edible. But if you plant them in ground or in a bed, they will take over that bed. It's kind of like potatoes, like you'll never really pick them all. And they grow via tuber. And so I've found the best way to grow those is to keep them in a grow bag. I also have comfrey planted around the grape vines, so I can use that as kind of a mulch, like a chop and drop type of situation. But what I do want to do is plant some more comfrey in different places around the garden. I planted some beans right here in between the peas. I don't see any beans coming up just yet. Update on this clematis, y'all. It is starting to bloom more and more. And then if you lift this up, there's more blooms under there. I'm gonna go to the other side so you can see the blooms on that side. I'm actually gonna go ahead and pick this strawberry. I've found that if you leave it too long, it's like the squirrels or pests are just waiting for you to forget about it or waiting for it to ripen just like you are. So I just went out and picked it. But another view of the clematis. It's like loaded this year. So beautiful. Strawberry was good. FYI. Thank you so much for taking an evening stroll with me here at Soul Love Garden. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're growing, what's coming along better than you expected in your garden, and even what's not going so well in your garden. Maybe you can get some tips and tricks from other gardeners that have had success with whatever's going on in your garden. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.